the return of a Canadian institution. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is back. Tell a friend. Sold out crowd shaking.
It's the Friday, March 7 edition of the Maurologue. Today is the National Day of Unplugging, a 24-hour challenge to ditch the screens, step away from the scroll, and actually exist in the real world. A concept that, let's be honest, might sound terrifying to some. But before you panic reach for your phone, hear me out. Studies show that constant digital stimulation increases stress, disrupts sleep, and fries our attention spans faster than a binge watch of your favorite series. Taking a break, even just for a day, can lower anxiety, boost creativity, and help you reconnect with what actually matters. So consider this your official permission slip to step away. Go outside, read a book, talk to a human, face to face. And if the urge to check your phone is overwhelming, just remember, whatever's happening on social media will still be there tomorrow. Well, daylight saving time kicks in this weekend, meaning we all lose an hour of sleep but gain an extra hour of evening sunlight. Sounds like a fair trade. Until your body disagrees. Originally designed to maximize daylight hours and save energy, daylight saving time now mostly exists to confuse everyone, mess with sleep schedules, and spark debates about whether we should just get rid of it already. And let's be real. No one enjoys dragging themselves out of bed in pitch darkness on Monday morning wondering why time is a social construct designed for suffering. So don't forget to set your clocks forward, if they don't do it automatically, and brace yourself for a week of feeling slightly off. But hey, at least those longer evenings mean more time for post-work patio hangs, evening walks, and pretending you're productive before the sun sets. Well, life is basically a never-ending game of musical chairs, new jobs, big moves, losing people we love. Just when we think we found stable ground, life hits us with a plot twist. You'd think with all this practice, we'd be pros at handling change by now. But are we? That's the question Brad Stulberg started asking himself after his own life got turned upside down, right in the middle of the COVID-19 chaos. While the world was fixated on getting back to normal, he noticed something. We spend a lot of time clinging to the past instead of adapting to the present. This realization led Stulberg to develop a mindset he calls rugged flexibility. It's a way to embrace change without completely losing yourself. One trick? Think of your identity like a house. Strong enough to withstand storms, but adaptable enough to renovate when life demands it. He also suggests asking yourself guiding questions to help navigate big shifts. Queries like, what core values define me regardless of my circumstances? This helps separate identity from external situations, job, relationship, status, so you can adapt without losing yourself. Am I resisting this change because it's bad for me or just because it's unfamiliar? Not all discomfort means danger. Sometimes it just means growth. What's within my control right now? Focusing on what you can do instead of what you can't keeps you from feeling powerless. How can I maintain stability while adapting to this new reality? Think, what routines, relationships, or habits can help ground me through this shift? If I fully embraced this change, what opportunities might open up? Reframing change as possibility instead of loss can shift your mindset from fear to curiosity. What advice would I give a friend in my position? Sometimes the clarity we give others is exactly what we need for ourselves. By asking yourself these kinds of questions, you're not just reacting to change, you're actively shaping how you move through it. Because let's face it, change is coming whether we like it or not. Might as well be ready to roll with it. Well, change can come with a lot of stress. Believe me, I know. However, it turns out you can actually train yourself to be more positive. No toxic positivity required. A new study found that people who practiced simple mindset shifts like gratitude and savoring small wins felt way better. Less anxiety, better sleep, even a boost in confidence. One woman in Alaska ditched her winter blues just by focusing on the beauty of the mountains instead of the slushy mess on the roads. The secret? Not ignoring stress, but rewiring your brain to notice the good. It's basically a life hack for happiness, and the more you practice, the better it works. Well, mental health advocate Lady Gaga is officially back in pop mode, dropping her 7th studio album, Mayhem, early this morning. Her first solo album since Chromatica in 2020. It's packed with 14 tracks. It's classic Gaga with a modern twist, proving once again why she's a pop powerhouse. Gaga had fans buzzing leading up to the release, teasing them with sneak peeks and dropping hit singles like Disease and Abracadabra. And let's talk about Die With a Smile, her Grammy-winning duet with Bruno Mars, the fastest song in Spotify history to hit 1 billion streams last November. But it hasn't all been about music. Lady Gaga made waves in Hollywood starring in Joker, Folie à Deux, and releasing the 2024 soundtrack Harlequin. Now she's taking over the sports world too. Mayhem is the official soundtrack for ESPN's 2025 Formula One season. With 14 Grammys, an Oscar, 28 million albums, and 140 million singles sold, plus the highest grossing debut headlining tour ever, Gaga is proving yet again why she's one of the biggest pop icons of all time. Well, here's the fact of the day. The oldest human being in the world is Sister Ina Canabaro Lucas, a 116-year-old nun from Brazil, even though her Tinder profile has her listed as 46. Today's Morovation comes from Beth Santos, the founder of Wonderful, a global community for women travelers. She said, "The world is waiting for you, exactly as you are. You don't need to be more, less, or different to make an impact. The world isn't waiting for a perfected version of you. It's waiting for the real you. So show up, take up space, and own your story, because that's exactly who the world needs." And that's a wrap on the Maurologue. Like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, hold the door open for someone today. Enjoy your weekend. Stay strong, stay kind, and keep fighting the good fight.